Alright, what is everyone gonna wear for their spooky Halloween costumes? Can't even see it with her hair. There we go. Totally. Do I have a top hat? Yes, I have a top hat for him. I do not have a monocle for him, which is what I really want to use here, sadly. Alright, we've completed our Halloween dress up. And now we're going to proceed with the plot. Let's go.
What are Rashagal's soldiers doing here?
I summoned them here, although fewer came than I had hoped.
Ah, looks like Ivor's still here too.
That fool. He abandoned his duty to Neokera.
I hope I turned that sub-event in.
Your Highness, perhaps
If
a few
not, I might
words.
reload. But I kind of just don't
Once,
feel like
we
reloading and
turned
doing
our
those
swords
costumes
upon
again.
each other and fought for control of Riza Maxia. Today, we come together not as enemies, but as allies. We have already located the enemy's headquarters, a ship known as the Zenithra. Fear not the battle to come, brothers. United, we will not falter. Together, we shall reclaim our world!
Launch the ship.
Your Highness! We've detected a high-energy channeling circle surrounding all of Rize Maxia. Here it comes!
What's happening? It's like my mana's being sucked dry.
I know this feeling.
They're using the Lance of Kresnik to absorb the entire world's mana.
The spirit fuel plan.
I won't let them hurt our people. I will protect Riza Maxia. Make us airborne!
Let's fly on these wings we equipped or something.
It would seem the channeling circle has no effect at this altitude.
Are you okay? I've got an awful headache. Better have you looked at in the infirmary. I'll come with you.
What's wrong?
Where did Mila go?
I do not see her.
I'll go find her. There you are. I've been looking for you. Mind if I join you?
Sure. It's funny. I was once able to soar like this whenever I wished. But I'm not sure I realized just how beautiful the world is until now. I suppose I took it for granted.
Hey, Mila?
Oh jeez, what is this?
We talked about this before, but when this
Oh,
battle
Lord,
is
it
over...
didn't save my settings. Are
Yes?
you kidding me?
Actually, never mind.
I see. Jude, there's something I need to tell you. It's about me. About who I really am.
What do you mean?
I never meant for this to happen. But in the end, I lied to you.
Hey, lover boy, get over here.
Wait, what do you mean you lied?
She's calling you. You should go. We can finish this conversation later.
All right. Something up?
Something up? Look who's tall and mighty now.
We found the Zenithra.
So it's time.
Okay, let's do this.
Jude.
Bad news, kid. They say a whole fleet of flying battleships is gathering around the Zenithra.
What?
Jude, what was that? It was just like the Lance of Kresnik, wasn't it?
No doubt the Zenithra was the actual source of that light.
And I think that they put another hole in the schism.
You're right. At least no ships were able to come through this time.
Maybe they sent the men and they gathered back to Olympias.
Looks like your fuel plan theory was right.
It seems like the only time that I'm right is when I'm talking about a worst-case scenario.
Wait a minute.
Well, looky there.
Enemy ship approaching! Everyone, brace for impact!
There's our welcoming committee.
Silence all of them!
Sorry about that.
Okie dokie.
They just keep on coming.
Gaius!
Helmsman! Maintain course and ram into the Zenithra!
That's one way to do it. Definitely.
All right, fine. If you say so. Just don't try to play me if we crash and burn!
That was incredible.
I seem to have regained my powers thanks to your tethering.
I never imagined you would possess such power.
Of course, she's your big sis. I'm glad you're on our side. I am happy to lend my power to your cause.
What are you planning to do?
The mission would fail if the ship were to fall, yes?
I see. It sounds like we'll have to continue asking for your assistance.
Thank you, Muse. Take care.
Be safe. Mila, never forget that you are Maxwell.
We must act quickly, while the enemy reinforcements are being blocked.
We should split into 2 groups.
I know. Do what must be done, right?
We will put a stop to their plans right here. Our targets are Gilland and the Lance of Kresnik.
Let's go. God,
At your service,
this guy
Lady Mila.
again.
You again?
Hey, stay out of our way!
But of course! I shall join Gaius's capable crew.
What?
Think you can fill Zhao's shoes in the Chimeriad?
Easily. Just watch me.
Let's go.
Guess they know a winner when they see one, phony.
Get over here, idiot.
How rude! But I shall let it
guy.
slide.
Easily my least favorite character in the game.
What?
Try not to die.
Let's go.
Whoops. I done forgot to do that. But it looks like I can still report it,
Alvin,
so...
can you lead the way?
Sorry, kid. I don't know the way. Gilland and I don't really get along. It's been 20 years since I've been here.
You always fail when we need you most!
Cut me some slack. Look, I'll make it up to you. When we see that Celsius chick, I'll take her down.
You said you wanted to kill Gilland!
Oh, did I?
I can't believe you!
Well, if you do remember anything, let us know, okay?
Truth is, I'd rather not remember.
Excellent. Alright, we've got a dungeon ahead of us. We're controlling Jude, he's protected from Petrify. We got this way. Nothing. Okay. This is some interesting music, definitely. Very jazzy.
I can still do better.
Always good.
What is this?
It's called a radio. Handy gizmo. You use it to communicate far distances.
We captured one of the intruders. Deploy all combat personnel immediately.
Whoa, we can talk!
What do you mean? Who you're talking to? You can't do this. I will not lose again.
Sounds like Ivor got caught. Should we rescue him?
Only after we finished everything else.
What's happening?
A great number of spirits have perished again.
Sounds like they used the Lance of Kresnik again.
We have to hurry.
Let's do it. Alright, we've got these robots here that do stuff.
I'm here!
A lot of stuff weak to earth or fire. Oof.
Who's next?
Oh, cool!
Let's go!
Nice job. What's our strength?
Skill!
Courage!
Never-ending trust.
Are
There's
you
always room.
sure?
Oh, Alvin.
Nice job.
Is this really the only way?
I can't stop!
Cool.
Watch out! Fire! Let's go! I did it!
Very nice. Very good finish there, Jude. Okay, miracle gel.
So the Lance of Kresnik is supposed to be on this ship. We have to find it and free the four great spirits. Especially since they're Mila's friends.
Yes. The four might understand the reason I'm so conflicted.
Mila?
Oh, it's nothing. Don't worry about it.
Keep spacing out like that and we'll have to leave you here.
Well now, you've grown quite brazen with the Lord of Spirits. It is you who should worry about keeping up with me.
Oh, right. That's the Mila we know. We'll be right behind you.
Oh my god.
Was this really the only way? I won't let anyone...
Nice. You made it. Thanks for coming. We're on this nice little airship from
Wow. It's like a mansion in here.
I thought this was a battleship.
No. The ESS Zenithor was a cruise ship that plied Olympias oceans. It ended up here 20 years ago when part of the schism ruptured.
Wait a minute. That's when the Olympian army broke through the schism.
They did what? How could they break through from Olympias without the Lance of Kresnik?
I don't know the details.
The original Lance of Kresnik was developed by the Olympian army.
What do you know about it?
Not much more. I know the current Lance of Kresnik was modeled after it.
And your people made it because they wanted spirits.
Olympias is a world built on and developed around Spyrix. They're the foundation of our entire civilization.
Why can't you find a different foundation for your civilization?
I bet all Olympia's people are big fat lying barbarians just like Alvin.
Oh, now I'm a barbarian as well as a liar? It's not as simple as just giving up Spyrixes for some other technology. We're not like you. We don't have mana lobes.
Wait, what?
We can't wield spirit arts. We lack the ability to manipulate mana.
So you use Spyrixes instead?
Exactly. Damn it. They put up barrier bars.
Ooh,
looks like we've got a dungeon mechanic
Careful.
to deal with.
Touch one and you'll be sliced in two.
What?
What should we do?
Security report. We've energized the barrier bars in the central sector. However, we're having trouble activating them in other sectors.
Convenient.
Is something wrong with the generators? Negative. Both generators are functioning normally. The malfunction must lie elsewhere. We can't disengage the central barrier bars. Use every available soldier to guard the port and starboard generators. Defend them with your lives. Yes, sir.
Good timing.
It appears these bars will disappear if we disable the generators on the port and starboard sides.
Okay, let's find them.
It's this way. Hurry.
Mila, you're bleeding. Stop for a second.
Huh? I hadn't noticed. They must have caught me off guard.
Even the mighty Maxwell needs to keep her head in the game.
As if I wouldn't know that. Sorry.
It's okay. There you go, all taken care of. Let's keep going. Alvin, didn't you tell me that your weapon channeled fire spirits?
Ah, sorry. That was a lie. I don't have a mana lobe, so I can't channel anything.
Yet your weapon doesn't seem to be Spyrex-based.
Even I'm not foolish enough to pack Spyrex around the Lord of Spirits.
What's it like to not have a mana lobe?
It feels perfectly normal to me. What's it feel like to have one? Is it fun being able to control spirits?
I wouldn't say fun, exactly.
It does have its downsides. Like, our skill with spirit arts pretty much determines our future.
Ah, yeah, that doesn't apply to Spyrex. It's the same for everyone.
Indeed. It kills spirits regardless of who uses it.
Ah, come on. Don't look at me like that. We may not have mana lobes, but the people of Olympias are still the human beings you love so much.
So that goes back out there. Barriers there. Enemy here.
Out of our way.
Look bad.
All who oppose shall fall.
I wish we didn't have...
So even though I'm using a substantially weaker weapon, the benefits you get
Alvin,
from...
you must have been some kind of celebrity if you were on a ship this grand.
Celebrity? Please. My natural grace and talent need no such qualifiers.
What?
I did it! Here we go!
Yo. Got it.
Elise!
I'm okay!
You ready?
And that's a wrap.
There's still more? How big is this stupid boat?
Was this really the only way?
I'm just
So we've got two paths we can go by here. Through there. Where does that go? Ah, okay, this connects to the other side. I see.
The enemy has infiltrated the port sector. We need to reinforce the portside defenses.
Port sector, roger that. We're sending additional troops your way.
I will fulfill my mission, no matter what happens.
Bit tense, but getting in there. Oops. Got it.
I did it!
Alright. Cool. Gonna just avoid that guy for now. Go over here.
Over already?
Sweet. Very nice how that battle played out. So we've got a door this way, but Oh, you're kidding me. I can't go this way. Well, that's unfortunate. I don't like that design of that dungeon there. Kinda just a means of wasting my time, to be honest.
I can still do better.
This is the starboard sector. Enemy activity is increasing. We need reinforcements.
Roger that. Dispatching reinforcements to starboard side. Defend your positions to the last man.
Okay, so we do not go that way.
This one is mine. I will fulfill my mission, so this is experience.
Probably all the way back here. Ah, okay.
Nice job.
Let's go.
That was a little too...
Here we go again.
Nice job.
Is fighting the only answer?
So what do you think? Does a croquette parfait work best as a main dish, or is it more of a dessert?
Before we classify it, maybe we should ask some hard questions about the combination itself. Is fighting the only answer?
Ooh. I've got 2 people petrified. That's probably not good. Okay. So, there's a door
The enemy
here.
has infiltrated the port sector. We need to reinforce the port site.
Port sector, roger that. We're sending additional troops your way.
I'll do my best!
Ugh. Shot at. Play by very non-lethal bullets.
All who oppose shall fall.
I wish we... All right.
Just keep...
Not sure why I'm going this way, but just played out this way.
Why won't you let me fight?
Look out!
One.
Die!
I can still
All right,
do better.
getting there. Got it. Machine that way. Looks like we've got a few dead end rooms here to do before we go to the other side. Likely loot in these rooms, but maybe this room's just empty, just to spite me. Nope. Okay, there was a syrup bottle here. Nice. Then here we've got beetle eggs and
Here we go! Let's go! Over already? There's always...
okay. Then we go up this way. Kind of a box we can push down into here. That'll let us stand on top of it and jump from here. Hey, Mikan. Thanks for lurking. Happy Halloween. My party has Halloween costumes on. Sadly, it's not quite as seasonal as another game I've done Halloween streams for, where you can put actual pumpkins on your heads, on your characters' heads. But it'll do, certainly.
What?
Yoink! I'm over here.
I can still do better.
Roger that. Dispatching reinforcements to starboard side. Defend your positions to the last man.
Alright, then over here we've got another treasure chest with rare metal. Now I think we just go through to the east, because that looks like another dead end. Loot. Crap. This is
How do you
plot.
disable one of these things?
It takes a gentle touch.
He's gonna shoot it with a gun, isn't he? That is definitely how you turn a computer off. Alright, so we got that off. We've got the southeast side still to explore. Wait a minute. Before that. Yep. Loop. More feathers. Mikyo! More feathers. Okay. Alright, first we go west here.
Here we go! Hellfire! Alright, nice job. Let's go! Roger. Alright, nice job. Onward. Huh? Let's go! Alright! Nice job! Lightning strike! Spirit spiral! That's one! Fire! Lightning! Over already?
Okay, a little this way. More fighting.
No breaks?
Wave, come forth.
Time to go to...
Don't get lazy, okay?
No breaks?
Isn't it a bit, well, too short?
I know, isn't that great?
And unrestricted.
I feel much stronger.
So we're gonna circle around to the south. Let's do the northeast first. Here's a stronger guy.
Let's go! Home strike! One! Lightning strike! Home strike! I did it! I won't let anyone...
The enemy has infiltrated the port sector. We need to reinforce the port side defenses.
Port sector, roger that. We're sending additional troops your way.
This one is mine. Look out! Look out!
Oh my god, there's a lot of them.
Home strike! Let's go!
You owe me.
One! All right!
Great job.
Was this really the...
Okay, we go up this way. Nice. Run away!
Fire! That's one! All right!
Oh my god, that's gonna be a big mess.
That's one! I win!
You did well.
All right!
I'm getting pretty tired.
Alright, and then I guess we go southeast now.
Are we even going the right way?
We're going all the wrong
This is the
ways
starboard
first.
sector.
We can get
Enemy activity is increasing. We need reinforcements.
Roger that. Dispatching
Going right
reinforcements
past
to
this
starboard
guard.
side. Defend your positions to the last.
Alvin.
On it.
barrier bars should...
Hostiles!
Let's return to the central hall.
Here we go again.
Fire!
Let's go!
I did it!
Ready, Tipo?
Fire! Let's go!
Is fighting the only answer?
All right. Ah, here we go. Yeah. There's one that can be moved. I didn't realize. Nice. Very nice. Bomb here. I want to check out this room up here only because I know there was one other room that had blocks in it, and yeah. Here we go, here's our culprit. Or...
The enemy has infiltrated the port sector. We need to reinforce the port side defenses.
Port sector, roger that. We're sending additional troops your way.
Just gold. Gold, okay. That's fine. Every other room looks like I got something in it, so that was the one. Okay, now we go southwest, west, northwest. Oh boy, this place is a maze. Who would design an airship like this?
Hostiles!
What?
There!
Yay.
They try to be merciful.
That's one!
Don't get lazy, okay? Please keep them away. Let's keep this up. Up we go.
I guess we just head straight back from here. Oh yeah, some shit hitting them there. Lag in the game.
I will fulfill my mission, no matter.
Okay.
This is the Starboard sector. Enemy activity is increasing. We need reinforcements.
Roger that. Dispatching
All right.
reinforcements to starboard.
Cover you. Strike.
Don't give up.
Okay. Jeez. Agree to which this game can punish you very quickly. It's definite things in its difficulty factor. You can get hit with a status effect from some stuff, and
The likes of you will not stop me.
yeah.
So this is
Alright, we made it to near the end of this place.
No brakes? Fire! No brakes? Roman. Let's go! All right! Nice job!
Stay on guard.
That's one! That's it!
Sorry about that.
Let's go! Fire!
You're making me look bad. Should have gone a little easier.
Alright.
Let's go! Let's go! I win! All right! Nice job! Home strike!
I will fulfill my mission, no matter what.
Alrighty.
What a pleasant surprise. How considerate of you to deliver Maxwell right to me. Tell me, Alfred Vince Vent, why is it that you have betrayed us?
It's simple. Because the truth is, I've always despised you.
I see. So you're prepared to spend the rest of your life in Riza Maxia?
Like that matters to me.
How'd you do that?
I didn't feel any spirits die. What's going on?
Eat this!
There it is! It's that spirit again!
I see, so you're Maxwell. You look quite a bit different now.
Be quiet! Who told you to speak?
Yikes.
Yes, Master.
What the heck was that? Why are you taking orders from that big jerk?
It's only natural for tools to obey their wielders.
The only tool here is you! Spirits and humans are supposed to live in harmony!
My servant here is hardly your garden variety type spirit. She's actually a spyrite.
What?
We used boosters to recreate the spirit Celsius from the spirit fossil in which she lay dormant. She is the physical manifestation of a spirit art itself.
So now you're using the Spyrite's mana to perform arts?
And that's why she's a tool. Does it all make sense now?
How could you? You're despicable! So that's why you took Tipo Skata? How could you do that to him?
Little lady, I need to personally thank you for that. You told us precisely how to give birth to the Spyrites, and how to turn Rizamaxia into energy. I take it those aren't tears of joy, little lady.
How can you be such a monster?
Conductor, I thought the curtain closed on your career long ago. Why insist on an encore even now?
I'll have you know that I'm as stubborn as my king, Gilland. And I'm not about to forgive you for toying with his life.
We won't lose to you. No way!
Is that supposed to frighten me? You really should know your place, boy. You don't have the power or ambition to make good on such threats.
You, of all people, have no right to talk of power or ambition. What do you know? You use them both for your twisted objectives.
I have little interest at all in continuing this conversation. But answer this one question. Do you know the difference between you and Jude?
As if I care.
As I thought. And that's exactly what makes you a fool.
The lance is spooling up to absorb more mana. Come, Maxwell. I'll allow you to live. However... the rest of you will die.
I will protect all in Rizamaxia, people and spirits alike.
That's it, Gilland. This madness ends right now!
It's time I got rid of you once and for all.
I was just thinking the same thing.
I won't let you harm Master.
Out of our way!
Mere waste! Jude's right. We should not underestimate Xillia.
This is my ultimate creation. Taste true power and die. Vermin!
Face absolute zero.
Incendiary arc! Poison shell! Let's end this!
Can't go on!
What? Giving up already?
Squall shot!
Ah, dang it. This time not.
One! Roger. Final Hey, finish him off.
Poison shell!
No breaks?
Please wake up. Please wake up.
One!
Poison shell!
Alright, one down.
No break?
Ice Blade has
What happened? Go!
One, Roger.
Face absolute zero.
Stand guard. Go!
Okay, kept her mystic art from
Power
going off.
matching that of the great spirits.
The power of Spyrite.
Doesn't matter. Gillen's ambitions end here.
I won't.
Nice.
Excellent.
Just keep...
I can't.
As always.
All right.
All right.
No, not now. Not when we've finally created a Spyrite. Damn it!
The only thing you really want to do is gain favor with the outside to boost your influence. What's the point in making these Spyrites, or whatever you call them?
Spyrites are different from Spyrix devices. They allow us to wield incredible power without consuming spirits. Olympius is overflowing with people and technology, and we need Spyrites to sustain ourselves.
What are you talking about?
As spirits have become scarce, so has the mana in Olympius. Our world is now doomed to fade away.
So that is why you implemented the Otherworld reactor plan.
But it's your fault. For getting hooked on Spyrix to begin with, now you have to live with the consequences.
But if Spyrites become commonplace, the people of Olympius will have all the mana they need.
Isn't it a bit late for that? You were the ones who chose to rely on Spyrix 2,000 years ago.
That wasn't me!
Hey, are you okay?
My death is not going to change the fate of Riza Maxia. Our plan can proceed so long as the schism exists. Everything you've done is for nothing.
Is he dead now?
Perhaps that was the price he had to pay for using Celsius.
It was a high price to pay, even for that much power.
I'll be taking this back. Galendor Yul Savent. Goodbye, Uncle.
Has everything been settled now?
You just missed it.
This doesn't feel right. Not at all.
Exodus must abandon their plans. They must be forced to, for the sake of Riza Maxia.
Right.
Woohoo! They're back.
Good to see you all again.
Maxwell.
Even you won't interfere here. I'll destroy it.
What?
How is this art?
It hurts! Make it stop!
Did Gillen set a trap for us?
Come on! Use your arts for crying out loud!
I can't! It's far too powerful!
nothing I can't handle. I'll break through this heart.
Break through? That's it. Use the Lance of Kresnik. It has the power to dispel arts.
That's true.
Can we even do that? Isn't it out of mana?
If everybody here can just focus their mana into the lands, then maybe...
So you're saying we should willingly give that thing power?
It can mean the death of us.
We're dead either way. We have no choice.
Damn it! Hurry up already! I can't take it anymore!
Now, Maxwell, activate the lance.
Mila.
There is no need for everyone to risk their lives.
Wait, what? Don't do it! No, you can't do this!
What are you doing? Aren't you supposed to stick around to help protect the world? There are still so many things left you need to do!
With the schism gone, Exodus's plan will come to an end. Isn't that right?
What?
All right.
No! I want you to win! But not if that means losing you!
Let it go.
What are you doing? I have to save her! Can't you see? Mila's gonna kill herself! Don't do this! Please!
This can't happen! Mila! Don't do it!
Please reconsider!
You can't do this! Mila... If you leave us, then what? You can't!
Will you be fine without me? Farewell. Goodbye, Jill.
Oh, dang.
Mila!
We've got a story tonight. In the aftermath of this.
No!
this whole thing is falling apart.
Mila, why did you have to die? What am I supposed to do now? My mission was to help Mila. How did it end up like this?
I was able to get in touch with Rowan and Elise, but nobody seems to be able to get a hold of Alvin.
Don't. Just stop.
Again? Jude, you gotta stop doing this. If you keep this up, we're gonna run out of food. I'll make you some more. Be right back.
Unfortunate that we have the Halloween costumes on for this. This would be a good scene.
You guys are my ticket home to Olympias. All I have to do is kill you off. That deal I made with Muse.
Muse. Mila's big sister. After everything that happened, she attacked us.
After all, anybody who learns about the schism will have to die. It is my mission.
Go ahead. Do whatever you want.
You always try to go with the flow. You really piss me off, you know.
Come on!
Hey!
Get up! We have to get out of here! You've got to listen to me, Jude. Remember Mila's mission. She sacrificed her life for it. Now get up! Come on, Jude, run!
Mila's mission. Mila. She gave it her all. She sacrificed her life. For the people of Rize Maxia. For the spirits. And for us. Mila's responsibility, her mission, was to protect everyone.
What do you mean, her mission? How absurd! She was just the bait, created to lure out Gilland and people like him. None else mattered to her. Understand? Certainly not a sense of duty or justice. None of that mattered to her whatsoever. And yet she worked so hard, didn't she?
Her mission meant nothing.
Up here.
Stop right there!
I won't let you hurt him! I can't let you do this!
It's over! You've got nowhere left to run!
No, it's not over! Open your eyes already! Damn you, Alvin!
Every damn thing we did was pointless!
Pointless? It wasn't pointless. I met Mila. I traveled with her. She made me think. She taught me many things. And it helped me grow as an individual. However,
I forgot just how much animated content there was in this one.
The schism is definitely still up. But why, damn it? The sky is as red as it's ever been. I still can't see Olympias. If the schism wasn't dispelled, then why'd I let her die? What was the point? She died for nothing.
Mila died for nothing?
That's not true! Listen! Everybody is still here! Elise is, and so is Rowan! I'm sure Gaius and the others are too! She saved our lives!
Saved our lives? For what? She's gone now, isn't she? We're just plain old human beings. We can't be like her!
inspired everyone to give everything they had. We kept going because of her. But in the end, we could never be like her.
Jude, did you not realize how conflicted Mila was? She was torn between her mission to protect the schism and the actions that could eventually lead to her own death.
Mila.
It's no wonder that she never found her answer. Her existence and her mission were just lies that were given to her.
Humans and spirits alike were precious to her. So precious that she valued them more than her own life. That was the Mila I loved.
Mila finally gave you something to live for, and I suppose that made you very happy. Too bad it was all for nothing. All that time you spent with her, all those feelings you have. Time to set them aside.
Set them aside? Put an end to my feelings?
Jude, hurry! Mila saved your life. You can't throw it away. Don't you understand, Jude?
Mila saved my life. She saved me. Thank you so much, Leia.
Oh boy. He did not just do that.
Leia!
I didn't mean to.
Alvin! Jude, this is your fault!
Why? Alvin, why?
Why are you surprised? Isn't this what you expected from me?
Not like this!
Well, that's too bad. You've been pissing me off since day one. Always the perfect student, trying to please everyone. Never wavering those damn ideals.
Then what? What did you want me to do?
God, really? Come on. Okay. Not ideal to have to use an item, but... Oh my god. How does he detect that? That's not very fair.
Alright! Home strike! Out of the way! Alright! Is this how it's gonna be?
Yes, yes it is.
Why are we doing this?
Damn it. Hey, just go ahead and kill me already.
Kill you? How can you even say that to me? Mila saved your rotten life. Don't be so eager to just throw it away. Don't you get it? Mila died because she wanted us to live. She didn't die so we'd end up like this.
Well then, what the hell should we be doing? I'm not Mila. I can't live like her. I don't have a mission to fulfill.
She's not here to hold our hands anymore. We have to think for ourselves now.
Think for ourselves how?
No one is gonna make our decisions for us anymore! And no one will take responsibility for our actions ever again! Even if Mila's mission was all a lie, the truth is, she was still willing to put her life on the line to fulfill it. It's not a matter of if you can or can't. It's a matter of whether you do or don't.
Jude. You.
Why'd it take me this long to figure out what Mila was trying to tell us? Let's get moving. Alvin. Thank goodness.
Jude, are you okay?
I'm fine. Just fine. Don't worry about me.
Okay. Where's Alvin?
I don't know. He took off. Leia, thank you.
Huh? For what?
For watching over me for so long. Thanks.
Jude, did something happen I don't know about?
I just realized something. No, you helped me realize something. And for that, I thank you.
You're welcome.
I'm going to search for Maxwell.
But Mila is...
No, Maxwell is somewhere else. Remember what Muse said? Mila was just the bait to protect the schism. That would mean someone else was using Mila as a decoy.
It wasn't Muse?
No, it couldn't have been. If it was, why would she appear before us? There'd be no point in a decoy.
So that's why you think Maxwell is somewhere else out there?
Yeah. You haven't tossed the food on the floor yet. You're a much nicer patient than I was.
You can say that again. So when are you leaving?
As soon as you're better.
I'm fine. I'm a tough girl, remember?
Leia, am I the reason you've pushed yourself so hard?
What do you mean?
I know I always stick my nose into other people's business. I'm wondering now if that ended up hurting you. Please, you can be honest.
I had to grow strong because I couldn't stand the thought of seeing you sad again.
Then I'll be stronger, so you won't have to. All better?
Yep, perfect. So where should we go?
I want to talk to Muse, but we're no match for her right now. I was thinking of searching for Ivor.
Yeah, I guess a handmaid might know about this stuff. That is, if he survived. Oh, who am I kidding? That guy's like a cockroach. Jude!
Huh?
And it's Tipo.
Easy, Tipo, easy.
Attack of the Tipo.
You came all the way out here for us? Of course!
We heard that Muse began attacking the fleeing Exodus and Olympia's soldiers. We grew concerned for your safety.
She never tracked you down?
We've been on the run. So far, we've managed to elude her. What about you?
Alvin found us.
You saw that big fat liar?
Yes, we sure did.
I see. I'm sad to hear that. What will you two do now?
We're going to look for Maxwell.
We can see Mila again? No, Jude believes there's a real Maxwell out there.
I see. That thought never occurred to me, although it would explain much.
If you eliminate the impossible, whatever remains, however improbable, must be the truth.
The honors student is now the teacher. You've certainly come a long way, young man.
Anyway, we're planning to find Ivor first. We'll deal with Muse later. Just thinking about her scares me.
Jude, have you heard about Gaius?
No, nothing.
For whatever reason, he's begun a large-scale operation in Venmont. It caught Muse's attention. She's attacked the city relentlessly, but he's driven her off each time.
Leia, this will be a dangerous journey. You still okay with coming along?
Of course! I'm coming too.
I'd like that, but are you sure?
We want to know if Mila was a phony or not! Although, that doesn't change the fact that she's still our friend.
I have my own reasons for wishing to meet with Gaius.
Thanks, guys.
Alright, let's lose the Halloween costumes and go. Oh jeez. Mila's gonna come back still wearing that costume item. Huh, Raging Blast, that's cool. Didn't know he learned that. Nice. Alright, just about to wrap up for the night.
Look, there's a spirit fossil! What's it doing here? Its mana is completely gone.
It's because Olympian soldiers used a Spyrix here.
What? Olympian soldiers were here?
Yeah, the day after I fought with Alvin. You had a terrible fever from your injury, so I'm not surprised you didn't notice.
Did you beat them?
No, they were just passing through here as they fought with soldiers from Rashagal. All I did was hide out in the shed. Pretty lame, I know.
I'm surprised you didn't step out and fight.
If I'd gone out there and gotten killed, you'd have been all alone. What I really need to do lies elsewhere. Now come on, let's go.
Yeah, you're right.
This cannot be. Could she have reacted in ways I did not foresee? Someone must have been influencing Mila, possibly controlling her. Did the Four share with her the truth? Impossible. They would never disobey my command. Mila, why did you stray from the path? I know not what to make of this.
Alright, just gonna watch a couple skits, turn a little
now.
question.
I'm not sure what it is. Yeah, maybe he's grown a little tougher?
Young men can mature dramatically in very short periods of time. Jude seems to have found the resolve to confront the harsh truths of the world.
Women grow up too, you know. We have no choice but to. Yes. So you can grow big bazongas like Mila. That's
Oh dear.
not the sort of growing up we mean.
I shall do whatever I must to see you all safely into adulthood.
getting tired?
A little bit. Things aren't the same as they used to be.
Hey, Elise, can we borrow Tipo for a sec? Huh? Give Tipo a squeeze. You'll feel better.
Oh, this does feel good. Just the right amount of resistance. I could do this all day.
No, stop! I can't take any more!
All the stress has drained through my fingers.
I know, right? It's crazy addictive. Oh no! He's gonna get all stretched out!
I feel so violated.
Alright, got that one.
You look really great, Rowan.
Why, thank you. I suppose it takes a gentleman of considerable years to pull off a look as splendid as this.
Come on, let me fight already. I'm gonna lose my edge here. Hey there.
I remember you. You're the geographer who was studying spirit climb changes.
That's right. And I think that hypothesis I told you about just might be correct. They say the soldiers that came from the flying ships broke through a wall in the sky to get here. Think about that. A wall that surrounds our entire world. That kind of power could easily affect spirit climbs.
The schism.
The schism? Ooh, I like that name. Okay, let's refer to this wall as the schism. The next problem is, where did the schism come from? The questions never end. But that's why I love science.
Yeah.
That's done, anyway. Anyway, yeah. That's basically gonna do it for tonight. Anyway, we will be back next Sunday with more of this. And back tomorrow with the Caligula Effect 2. A one-off stream of something I've been playing that's been going quite well. Anyway, see everybody next time. Sleep well.